Alright students, so this is page 103, example 9.2, and this is testing a difference of means when the population variances are known. So we know sigma 1, sigma 2, the population standard deviations. If we know the standard deviations, of course we know the variances. We're trying to compare these two models of stoves, okay? Now we want to know if the time required to bring water to a boil, if there's any difference between the two models regarding that. We need to use a 0.05 or 5% level of significance. Now I did the critical value method already, but what I want to do is now do the same test but with a p-value method. So I'm going to need my calculator, but because I'm left-handed, first I need to set up my hypothesis. So on the p-value method, our hypothesis is the difference of means is equal to 0, meaning there is no difference between the two stoves, versus the alternative. They wanted us to know if there's any difference either way, so that implies a not equal to statement. So this is a two-tailed, two-sample z-test in the calculator. So now I have to get out my calculator. Sorry, trying to get your lighting better. Turn it on, of course. We need to go to the stat menu. We're going to go over to test and down to two-sample z-test. I'm going to be using statistics rather than raw data, so make sure that the stats is selected. Sigma 1 is 2.5 from the paragraph. Sigma 2 is 3.0 from the information given. X bar 1 is 11.4 from the information given. N1 is 10 from the information given. X bar 2 is 9.9 from the information given. N2 is 12 from the information given above. Now we want to select our correct alternative hypothesis statement, which we have a not equal to statement, so we need to select mu1 not equal to mu2. The calculator uses the other setup, which is mu1 not equal to mu2 and mu1 equal to mu2, which is fine. It just depends on what text you're using. The text we usually work with uses this setup, but either one is fine. Once you've selected your appropriate alternative hypothesis, you're ready to calculate. It gives you a p-value of 0.2008. So you need to write that p-value down in step 2. Now your alpha comparison, recall the rule is if p is less than alpha, you reject h naught. So is p 0.2008 less than your alpha 0.05? No, it is not. P is greater than alpha. So we're going to fail to reject h naught. When we fail to reject h naught, we make a conclusion that says, based on the evidence, there is no significant difference. The word difference is coming from the alternative hypothesis and answering the question that we were asked to answer. Between the mean boiling times of the two stoves at alpha equal to 0.05. So the conclusion is your answer, but you have to go through steps 1 through 4 in order to get that answer. And that is the p-value method using a graphing calculator to do a two-sample hypothesis test when sigma 1 and sigma 2 are known.